In a quiet neighborhood, a familiar drugstore had transformed into a grocery and retail haven. Among the bustling aisles, a peculiar rule reigned: every soul seeking to purchase alcohol or cigarettes was required to brandish an ID. From the young to the old, the rule was unwavering, leaving even a 90-year-old lady powerless without her identification. The rationale seemed clear: uphold the law of age restrictions, 18 for tobacco and 21 for alcohol. But beneath the surface, a different story unfurled. Embedded within the core of this seemingly straightforward protocol was a purpose that transcended mere policy enforcement. It unfurled into a complex tapestry of control meticulously woven around the store's diligent employees. Each member of the staff, irrespective of a patron's age or outward appearance, bore the responsibility of upholding this steadfast mandate. While on the surface, this mandate appeared to be a noble endeavor aimed at safeguarding the well-being of the local community, beneath its veneer lay a motive far more intricate and intriguing, a motive that revolved around the exercise of power and dominance over those who were entrusted with its implementation. The store's employees became, unwittingly, the conduits through which this design of control was executed. Their role extended beyond the mere act of checking IDs. They were transformed into gatekeepers of compliance, instrumental in maintaining the integrity of the rule. By being tasked with applying the mandate indiscriminately, they found themselves ensnared within a system that not only dictated their actions but also subtly molded their perception of authority. This underlying objective, veiled beneath the veil of community welfare, was to subtly assert dominance over those very hands that outwardly appeared to uphold the rule. Thus, the store's unassuming exterior concealed a realm of intricate dynamics, where power dynamics intertwined with ostensibly benevolent intentions. Beneath the artfully constructed facade of community welfare, a stark and unsettling truth lay hidden, casting a shadow over the store's seemingly benign intentions. It was evident that the establishment's primary objective wasn't the nurturing of a cooperative and law-abiding community, but rather a clandestine agenda to assert control over its own workforce. With every ID card verification transformed into a ritual of submission, each instance of carding became a subtle yet potent chain that bound the employees to a system of compliance. The consequence of failing to execute this mandate flawlessly was not mere reprimand, it was the threat of immediate and uncompromising termination. The resonance of this unsettling reality reverberated well beyond the bustling aisles of the store. What initially appeared to be a mere policy guideline was, in fact, a carefully calculated strategy that mirrored tactics employed in a distant land, alluding to a methodical approach to control and dominance. The parallels between the store's actions and the tactics utilized in this distant realm became clear, reflecting a disconcerting alignment of motivations. In this enigmatic convergence of seemingly unrelated elements, the unassuming store transformed into a microcosm of intricate power dynamics and manipulation. The once familiar aisles bore witness to a narrative that transcended commerce, unveiling the unnerving truth that lay hidden beneath the surface, a truth that echoed not only within the store's walls but also across broader realms of strategy and subjugation. On distant shores, a government's unyielding dominion manifested through a social credit system, an intricate tapestry woven from surveillance mechanisms and stringent regulations. Remarkably, this model of control found an unexpected echo within the unassuming walls of Walgreens. Here, the establishment had seemingly absorbed and applied a similar approach, albeit shrouded in the guise of community well-being. Evidently, beneath the exterior of benevolent care, a deeper agenda was at play, one that mimicked the strategy of an authoritative regime. The parallels were striking. Like a distant government's grip, Walgreens employed intricate control tactics under the guise of community care. Just as a nation shaped behavior through surveillance and guidelines, the store subtly gained dominion over employees. This microcosm of power dynamics revealed how innocuous actions held far-reaching implications, blurring lines between concern and control. Yet, it was not a cascade to become second-class citizens as in China, but rather the threat of immediate dismissal that loomed over the staff. While not a nation's fate at stake, their livelihood was on the line. The age-old lady denied her purchase bore witness to the clash between intention and consequence, policy and control. As customers flowed through the doors, and IDs were demanded, the veneer remained intact. But behind the scenes, the truth prevailed. A 67-year-old's carding was a silent testament. The store's true intention was to command its employees' allegiance. An ostensibly ordinary drugstore had turned into a theater of control, unwittingly echoing strategies from distant shores, casting shadows upon the promise of community service. As the story unfolds, it becomes clear that Walgreens utilizes strategies reminiscent of Chinese-inspired methods of control. Beneath the surface of their professed commitment to community well-being, a different truth emerges: the company's aim extends beyond simple policy implementation. Instead, it seems to be intricately focused on exerting precise authority over its employees. This raises intriguing doubts about the underlying motives at play. If you found this perspective interesting, don't forget to give it a thumbs up and subscribe for more thought-provoking content.